Is it possible to love yourself?
The answer to the question is how you define love.
I would define it as willing the good of another.
By that definition, I believe that you can. My definition is a bit different. To me, love is a sensation. Right? You feel a certain sensation. Now, that sensation is a vibration that you feel in your heart mostly. When it's really big, you feel it in all your body.
Mm-hmm.
That vibration is energy flowing through you. Now, for energy to flow, there needs to be some kind of a cycle of flow,
Mm-hmm.
right? Take the example of anger, right? You needed an external trigger to trigger it, but then there was a flow, and you related it to the guy pushing you, right? But that created the flow.
Mm-hmm.
So any sensation that we have is connected to a trigger or to some external thing. Otherwise, we don't feel anything. In isolation, you feel a very narrow set of emotions, okay, right? And they all come from within, but they have nowhere to go. So you feel stuck. Love to me is one of those big flows that we feel, right? So if we don't have an external object, it's not love. That's the way I understand it, right? Now, when it comes to relating to the self, I personally don't really believe in self-love. I believe in self-acceptance, in self-respect, self-expression in a positive way, and that's kind of it, right? And to me, trying to get to self-love is overshooting a little bit, right? Because you put yourself as the external object, and then you kind of recycling inner emotions. That how do you know how calibrated are you?
Mm-hmm.
Is it too much, too little? So the whole paradigm to me is a little bit iffy, and I think it causes a lot of frustration and a lot of overshooting. People become very self-centered because of it, right? So, and self-respect is a pretty big thing, because real respect is respecting the needs, respecting the gifts. You can get to also self-gratitude, grateful for the gifts that you have, for the life that you have, for your existence as a whole. Right? That's pretty big if you go very deep. You don't need self-love to get to your balance point, because that's the reason people talk about it, right? They talk about self-love as a way to self-healing. And I think that's a very, very tricky proposition that I don't buy. I'm not a fan, and I don't agree with.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense?
Yes.
So if you want to heal yourself, to me, the route is through acceptance, respect, and gratitude. And if you can go through those 3 points, you turn the ship in a very meaningful way in your life. Right? Now, for some people, acceptance and respect is an easier step. And for some people, it's the other way around. Respect and then acceptance is easier. Doesn't matter, right? But you want to get to the place of self-gratitude. Being grateful for existing. Being grateful for the life you have. Being grateful for the gifts that you have. Being grateful for the possibility to heal yourself and have that experience. And if you can get there, you're in a pretty good place. And the process we're going through, I believe, will get you there. But the stations are, and depends what you feel easier to relate to. Either self-acceptance or self-respect, And then the other one is the next station. And from there you get to gratitude. And if you can stay in gratitude, you're good. You find your balance point. You can show up in a very positive way basically all the time. Answer that?
Yeah. Yes. And I agree with your definition of love and the idea of self-love. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of new agey terms that miss the mark, in my opinion.
Yeah.